Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar
Kilo
testing.
Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar testing.
Alrighty, folks. The Worldwide Pride Net will begin in just a moment, so hang tight. Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Alrighty, looks like I've got the technical issues sorted. Hello and welcome to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. My name is Kimberly Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar is my call sign, and my pronouns are she, her. I'm your net control operator for this net. This is a roundtable general discussion and reaction net, and all calls should go through the net control station. This net meets every Sunday at 2 a.m. Coordinated Universal Time. Before we begin, do we have any emergency or other priority traffic? If at any time there is an emergency, please say break, break, and we will assist you. This net provides a safe place for members of the LGBTQIA+ community as well as their allies to hang out over the airwaves. This net, as well as the network it's hosted on, is open to all licensed amateur radio operators. No membership is necessary, and we welcome third-party traffic as well. Speaking of memberships, the Pride Radio Group provides an inclusive environment for all to learn, experiment, and enjoy radio communications by encouraging, promoting, and supporting diversity with the wider radio community, sharing our experiences and learnings with the community, and celebrating and embracing Pride on the air. For more information about the Pride Radio Group and how to join, plus gain access to our Discord chat room, head on over to prideradio.group. That is prideradio.group. Or check out Victor Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf or Kilo 3 Papa Romeo Golf on QRZ. Membership is free and all are welcome, regardless of who you are and who you love. Unless you hate us, of course. This net is being relayed on the various nodes, talk groups, and reflectors of the Pride Radio group, Pride Radio Network and affiliated systems, including All-Star, Echolink, IRLP, DMR, YSF Reflector, Wires X, M17, NXDN, B25, D-Star, PNet, as well as various RF repeaters around the world, and is also streamed live on Broadcastify, Icecast, and via my YouTube channel, which can be found by searching for my call sign, Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. For more information on how you can connect to this network, or for our live stream stream links, visit prideradionetwork.com. That is prideradionetwork.com. You can also track and follow this net by downloading NetLogger on Windows, Linux, or Mac OS from netlogger.org. That is netlogger.org. NetLogger is a fantastic piece of software that allows you to log into the net and view a list of call signs in real time and be able to follow along with the net. For Android and also iPhone users, you may download On-Air NetScraper. That is On-Air NetScraper for both iPhone and Android users. Alrighty then, before we begin this evening's net, do we have any news, announcements, or other items of business for the net and the Pride Radio Group? Already hearing nothing. I just want to quickly state that the Icecast stream is currently down at the moment, but I am working on getting that back up, and it should be back up hopefully soon. In the meantime, you can use the Broadcastify link to the TuneIn, or you could use the web transceiver. Just your transmittability will have to be approved if you want to use the web transceiver. If you want to transmit with the web transceiver. Alrighty. What else do we have to go through? Nothing else. So let me reset for a moment. Boy, I really need to redo my freaking script here. Alright. Let's start taking in some check-ins. Let's first start with mobile short on time and in and out. So if your mobile don't have much time, or if you just want to pop in for a quick hello, you may come now with your call sign slowly, twice, and phonetically. And if you wish, you may include your pronouns as well. Let's see. This is Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar taking in check-ins from mobile short on time or in and out stations only at this time.
Greetings all, VK5 Zulu Sierra Hotel. I'm just in and out this morning or afternoon there. Kimberley, KJ7 IMO, VK5 ZSH, in and out.
Alrighty, we have an in-and-out check-in from VK5 Zulu Sierra Hotel. Thanks for stopping by, and 7-3. Any other mobile short on time or in-and-out stations, please come now.
In and out.
Alright, there was an in-and-out station, but you were breaking out really badly, and I did not catch your call sign. Could you, repeat your call sign again?
November 0 Lima Juliet Foxtrot. November 0 Lima Juliet Foxtrot, in and out.
Alright, was that November 0 Lima Juliet Foxtrot?
Yes, it was.
Alrighty, thank you for checking in 7-3. Any other mobile short on time or in and out stations? Alrighty, looks like we've don't have any more in that category, so let's open up the check-ins to anybody, anywhere. So anyone, anywhere, if you'd like to check in, all I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you may also include your pronouns if you wish.
KJ7OMO, please check in. Alpha Echo 4, Whiskey X-Ray. Alpha Echo 4, Whiskey X-Ray. Bart in West Bend, North Carolina. He, his.
Alright. Alrighty, Alpha Echo 4 Whiskey X-Ray got you down. Any other station wishing to check in? Please come now.
This is
Kilo Echo A, Papa Hotel Lima. That's Kilo Echo A, Papa Hotel Lima. Rain, Stacy from Southeast Ohio, checking in.
Alright, well we had a double, but the only station I was able to copy out of that double was Alpha Echo 8. Oh, sorry about that. Correction. Kilo Echo 8. Papa Hotel Lima. Got you down. Who was the other station doubling?
This is Kilo KE. Sorry, this is KC3VIU, Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India uniform. My brain just twitched on me. Phoebe from Stevens, Pennsylvania.
Alright, no worries. It happens to the best of us. I mean, all of us have brain slip-ups at one point or another. Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India uniform got you down. And this is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. We're still checking in more check-ins for the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. Please come now if you'd like to be added to the list and have fun on the Rag Chew.
Kilo 2, Whiskey Alpha Yankee, Jared in Sydney. Hello, hello, hello.
What? You got an American call sign now? Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee? I'm only kidding with you. You didn't give enough time for the network to properly propagate before you spit out your call sign, but I know exactly who you are. Victor, Kilo 2, Whiskey Alpha Yankee, got you down. Anybody else out there wishing to check in at this time? Alright, there was a long key up, but no audio. Try that again. Alright, unfortunately, there was no audio other than some weird noise. You may need to check your microphone to make sure it's connected properly. Alright, anybody else out there wishing to check in at this time? Alrighty, looks like we've got everybody that we could shake from this tree. So we're gonna start off with Alpha Echo 4 Whiskey X-Ray from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Over to you.
Well, good evening, Kimberly, and thank you for taking my check-in, and good evening to everybody on the net. This is Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and in a moment you'll hear Kilo 4 Delta Oscar Golf. There he is. It's Meatball. He's in timeout right now, so he's doing something he shouldn't have been, but that's all right. And November 4 Delta Victor Mike and Haley, my oldest, are in the other room. They say hello, but can't come to the microphone right now. Let's see. I guess I was trying to think, okay, what do I want to report? Well, you know, I've been talking about this communications hub I built after the substation attacks, and the main problem I was having up until recently was the concern about being able to transmit out, or be shot out again, or hurricane, or what have you. There is an iGate about 12 miles away from here, which stayed up during the attacks. You know, so it's on emergency power. And so I thought, you know, I'm good to go. But that iGate has been down since early February, and the owner had said, yeah, that one's giving me a lot of trouble. I don't know if we're going to keep that one on the air, if we're going to be able to fix it anytime soon. So I was kind of left with the problem of, well, how do I get out? You know, so, you know, if I have to send text messages, so particularly to non-licensed people, you know, so there is an iGate 30 miles away. It's up on top of Mora Mountain, but I was not able to hit it. You know, I could get it at night reasonably, but could not get in there during the day, which obviously wasn't satisfactory. Let me key out. I'll come back in. You know, I have a compromised antenna thing here. I've been, for my VHF and UHF, I've been basically using mag mounts attached to a music stand in the kitchen, which is less than ideal. You know, I'll agree to that. So I decided to experiment. I said, well, let me see if it's worth putting up something outside, because I kind of live in a hole. I'm at 411 feet of elevation, and everything around me is about 100 to 200 feet higher than me. So, you know, no sense going through a whole lot of extra effort if I'm just going to be transmitting against a brick wall. So I moved the music stand outside, and I said, let's see what we can do. And lo and behold, pretty much 24 hours a day now, I can hit that repeater solidly, you know, like the Death Star. So that's really a big relief. And I'll tell you, it's actually today a really big relief, too, seeing the stuff that's happening in the news today. So, you know, we're all still a little bit jittery around here. None of us thinks that this thing is over. They never caught the people that shot out the substations, and now they know they can do it and what they can accomplish. So, you know, we're hoping it won't be necessary, but, you know, if it is, this thing will work. And as always, I'll do everything I can to take care and support my community and everybody here. You know, we're going to make sure everybody gets through it like we did back in December. So, with that, I'm going to turn it back to you. Again, thank you for taking my check-in, Kimberly, and good evening to everybody on the net. And I'm going to be QRT after this. It's getting a little late for me. So 73, and we'll see you on the air. This is Alpha Echo 4, Whiskey X-Ray.
Alrighty, Alpha Echo 4 Whiskey X-Ray from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Wow, that's a lot of stuff to unpack there, and yeah, it's always good to be prepared for when somebody shoots down the power substations again, and all that stuff. I got N4DVM and third-party traffic Haley down in the log, and I thank them for saying hello, and thanks for coming in for a quick stop, and 7-3 to you and all of yours. Next one on the list is Kilo Echo 8 Papa Hotel Lima Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar.
Thank you, Kimberly. This is Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima. That is absolutely wild about the substation attacks, and but you know, it's yeah, it is definitely good to be prepared. It's terrible that we have to anticipate those kinds of things from malicious people, and we're probably going to continue to do so. But yeah, it's just a tough situation. Anyways, again, my name is Rain, and my pronouns are they, she. I'm in Southeast Ohio. Right now the weather is 23 Fahrenheit, -5 Celsius, partly cloudy, very windy, lots of wind blowing around. I don't really got anything going on now, except like this is like my first time being on this net in like a month or two. It was a little while. I had a lot of stuff going on, but I'm happy to be back. And I got a lot of work done on the GitHub repo for stuff, and I actually, because of some tubes on Mastodon talking about common law name or whatever, I got a lot more resources on there, so that's coming along nice. And I didn't know about the common law thing, and that was just super mega helpful. And hopefully we can like push that out to every trans ham or a person who, you know, has a different actual name to legal name, and they can get that information to the BCs, because you know, it's something you're supposed to do, but I don't think it's something they act, you know, if they act like it's an option. It certainly wasn't an option for me that they presented when I went and got my technician license. But yeah, anyways, that's all I got for right now. Over.
KE8PHL from KJ7 I'm returning. Well, that's some good stuff there. Unfortunately, not all states, I don't think, will accept a common law name change thing. I know Arizona does. But one time when I was going for my extra class exam, the people at the exam place told me that if I were to go ahead and go through the common law stuff before I do any exams, that would complicate things for me. I'm not sure how true that is. Maybe that's just the old men there being transphobic in a very discreet way, and they're just telling me that to stop me from doing it. I don't know, but I'm only speculating. I mean, I'm not sure, how true any of it is, but I was told that it would complicate things for those doing exams. But I'm not too sure about that. But it might just be some old men talking smack, so I'm just gonna assume it's that for now. But at the same time, I'll probably want to be on the safe side, just in case. But yeah, if the common law name change thing is is available, then yeah, that's definitely a good option to have. But we shouldn't have to go through any kind of common law name changes just to have our preferred names up on the FCC database. So yeah, it would be much better if the FCC could allow us to put our preferred names there, and also again hide our address info from the database. But yeah, good work on that petition, and hopefully it will take off soon. KC3VIU, we'll send it over to you, KJ7OMO.
This is KC3, excuse me, KC3VIU. Yeah, sorry about the mental thing earlier. I was like trying to remember my call sign, and I was remembering everybody's but mine. Yeah, so I have some very good news to report, and that through working some contacts and informing a local church congregation of what their elders were doing, we were able to bypass the elders' control of a particular, that were putting their influence on a park, and by golly, we're going to have our Pride in June. And one of the church elders resigned from this one committee, and the other one is probably going to be forced out by the membership. So kind of nice to see justice being done here, and letting us get on with our lives as we always wanted to. So I'm gonna go ahead and send it back to Net Control then. I think I hit timeout. This is KC3VIU, back to Net Control.
Hi, KC3VIU, KJ7OMO returning. Well, that is some excellent news. Good stuff. I would love to see the article on that if one is up. I would love to read about it. But yeah, that is some excellent news that your group has done some things to get the Pride event started and bypass all those transphobic old people that didn't want your event there. So congratulations to your entire group for winning that fight. Woohoo! Big round of applause for all of them. Anyways, next station on the list, Jared, Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee. Where the heck have you been? It's been a while. You need to stop ghosting us like that. Hi. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, over to you.
Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar and the Pride Radio Group Net. This is Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee, Jared in Sydney, they them. Hello everyone. Where the heck have I been, you ask? Let me see. I have had a grand total of 2 days off since the 6th of February. Yeah, it has been a crazy time. I thought I was going to get more time off with the change of scenery for work, but no, I worked all last weekend. I worked yesterday, for instance. That's still the side gig in sports. On top of that, I'm still doing 5 days a week on my day job, which is now leading a team of 4 software devs on a SaaS product, which has been a fun time. I'm not getting my hands anywhere near as dirty as I used to. I'm usually pushing Jira tickets around these days. Very different pace for me, and the team I'm managing is actually based offshore, so spend most of my life basically in meetings with them. So yeah, very, very different world, but still doing the sports pros freelance work, which meant every weekend lately. I think I had the 7th of March off and today off. They're my 2 days since the 6th of Feb. Other than that, 1:30 Sunday afternoon here on a beautifully blue-skied Sydney day. A little bit warm for my liking, almost 30 C. That is not off the top of my head. We're having an unseasonably warm we call autumn for the rest of you. Yeah, it's been a cold, wet summer, and suddenly summer has appeared a little bit late, and it's been a warm few days here in Sydney. But good to hear you all. I'll be around for a little while, and then I will have to run, but back to you, Net Control, KJ7OMO. This has been VK2WAY.
VK2WAY KJ7, I'm returning. Well, looks like you've been pretty busy and you had yourself a lot of fun there. Good that you have a couple days off and you were able to join us. Excellent. Yeah, it sounds like everything has gone well for you. And thanks for finally stopping by and checking in. Alright, we're at the end of the list, so let's see if there's anybody else out there wishing to check in. All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and if you wish, you may include your pronouns as well. Let's see who else is out there wishing to check in to the Worldwide Pride Net. Please come now. This is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, your Net Control station. We're still taking more check-ins to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. If you'd like to be added to the list and have fun with us on the Rag Chew, please come now and we'll get you on there. Alrighty, it's crickets at this time, so we're gonna toss it right back up to the top. Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima, Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Thank you, Kimberly. This is Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima. Responding to what you said, from what I gathered from the toot, and I clicked on the toot and I opened up the website, which is basically the explanation of common law and how it pertains to the civil code and how the FCC has responded, and that it was specifically out to BEC, like an instruction to BEC persons on how to change his name. And from what I understood, I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. From what I understood, as long as they had no reason to believe you were using your name and using a different name in bad intent, then they should have approved a common law name change. And since it's the FCC issuing that guidance, it should be all across the United States. That was my understanding of it. So yeah, I think your group that licensed you were there. But you said you got your extra, so I imagine that unless you're planning to be a BDC or something, I think you'll probably just have to go through the SEC, which is a legal name change. But I agree. I think it should be as simple as a preferred name, and that's definitely something I want to push for, along with the address. And also, I did work out. I got most of it done. It should be done probably like by tomorrow. A rough draft of it should be done. A legal contract where like people can basically like hold an address for you and get your mail. And I think that will be very helpful, not just to, hands who whether it be because they're queer or because they're, like victims of interpersonal violence, is feeling down. But I think it'll also be useful for unhoused people. And, hopefully I can keep pushing that along and get that done. And Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India uniform, that is so awesome about getting those bad actors out of there and, having your pride. And I hope it's amazing. And, like the few people that are mad at it are just really mad at it and everybody has fun. But that sounds cool. I'm so happy for you. And that's just awesome. Anyway, Kilo Echo A Papa Hotel Uma, back to you next.
Hi, Kilo Echo A Papa Hotel Lima from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar returning. Sounds good. And by the way, correction, I don't yet have my extra. I failed my extra exam quite miserably, so I've got a lot of studying to do before I try that again. And so far, I've been procrastinating and I've been lazy, but I need to try and resume my studies for my extra so I can finally get that done and out of the way. But yeah, a lot of good stuff there, and I look forward to signing your petition when it's up and available. Next station on the list, Kilo Charlie 3, Victor India uniform from Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. The microphone is yours. If I could talk.
Oh no, it's infectious. I'm sorry. Sorry, Kimberly. Hi. Oh dear. It really. I was able to, I think, affect some of the change by reaching out through a queer spirituality group that I attend that had connections to this particular church, and their elders at the oversight people that had said, no, our church is LGBTQ accepting and receptive. I'm not coming up with all the right words, but at any rate, they wanted that inclusivity, and the elders at this local church were like, no, they're trying to do their own thing, and the congregation was like not very happy. In fact, the publicity it generated in the newspapers got us several $100s worth of donations from that as well. So I was told. Not looking to, bash anybody or whatever. It's like, but just there was no reason for it, and let's just do our thing. That's all we wanted. I hope it goes well too. Back to Net Control. This is KC3 VIU.
KC3 VIU from KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, copy that. Well, it's good that you were finally able to get that done. And besides, in addition to all that stuff, they would have been violating your group's First Amendment rights for by preventing you all from hosting your event there. So yeah, kudos to you and the rest of the group for dealing with that problem and making your event available again for everybody's enjoyment. There, I'm having trouble with my words. I'm so sorry. Victor Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Yankee will toss it back to you. Kilo Juliet 7 Oscar Mike Oscar. Okay, Jared might be having the preamble bug on their hotspot again, where it's hard to explain, but sometimes they would transmit into it and their hotspot fails to acknowledge that they transmitted, so it just messes up on them. So we're gonna give Jared another shot at it. VK2WAYKJ70MO. Try again.
Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, this is Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima. Jared checked out. Didn't he? Over.
Negative. They said that they were gonna stick around for a few rounds. Let's try Jared one more time. VK2WAYKJ70MO. Alright, well, it looks like they're having some hotspot issues, so we'll get back with them here in a little while. Alright, we're at the bottom of the list, so let's see if we have anybody else out there wishing to check into the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. All I need from all of you are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and you may also include your pronouns if you wish. Let's see who else is out there wishing to check in. Please come now.
I think my hotspot dropped out there, KJ7 VK2WAY.
Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta. And here I was thinking Jared felt me coming and got scared off. Anyway, good day all. Back to you, Kimberly.
Alright, well, looks like we got Jared back, so we'll toss it over to them here in a moment. And we have Victor Kilo 3, Juliet Echo Delta down. Welcome aboard. Anybody else out there at this time wishing to check in? Alrighty, VK2WAY, welcome back. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Thanks for Kimberly, KJ7LML, and the group. This is VK2WAY. I did give it over, but I think it went into the ether, so let me recall what it was I was saying. I was adding to the commentary on the event that had some issues there, and calling the issues we had for our Sydney World Pride Roller Derby event, where the CBD-based print shop, we were getting some ban signs printed up for the crowd to wave during the event, refused punting on religious grounds, and yeah, that one made front page news on national papers and the evening news that night nationwide. I know VK5ZSH, he quizzed me on it and asked if that was my event that had been affected, and yeah, it was. So yeah, glad that you stood your ground there, that other station, and have effected change and gone ahead with the event despite the objections of the religious group involved, from my take on what I heard there. Anyway, that's all I was adding. G'day, Tony. Good to hear you. As I was saying in my first over on net, this is my second day off since the 6th of Feb. So, yeah, actually relaxing and sitting on the balcony today for a change instead of working. Anyway, back to Net Control, KJ7LMO in the group. This has been VK2WAY.
Alrighty, VK2WAY, KJ7OMO returning. Yeah, copy that. Looks like you had some stuff going on your own, and yeah, it's always nice to relax on the balcony, for a change, before heading back to work. Alright, VK3JED from KJ7OMO.
Yeah, okay. Good day, everyone. Yeah, good to hear you all on the net. Yeah, sorry about being a bit late, but yeah, I've just come back from a local All Abilities Come and Try Sports Day, which I was sort of flying the flag for another organisation. But while I was there, I did give a few a go, and yeah, the para ice hockey wanted to recruit because yeah, I was doing pretty well with the stick, yeah, in the seated position, even with a few passes and other things. Be interested to see how that goes on the ice. So yeah, yeah, I think they were keen. Basketball wasn't so successful. I did the wheelchair basketball, and yeah, had a chat with a lot of people. Yeah, it's a shame we didn't get to catch up there, Jared. Yeah, you put me in an interesting position where you sent a message publicly on a Facebook post. I tried to respond via Messenger, but or get you to respond via Messenger or Discord or whatever other meeting, because I didn't want to have all that discussion on the post, and you disappeared on me. And yeah, and then you mentioned the evening. Well, I'm not at my best in the evening at the best of times, and yeah, with the slightly different dinner hours, a bit later than I'm normal, plus my normal early nights, it really wasn't going to leave enough time to catch up. So yeah, it's a pity we didn't get to catch up, but hopefully we will another time. Had a good time up in Sydney. For those that hadn't heard, I was up there for the Australian Masters Athletics Championships. Made all my finals, and biggest surprise, I actually came home with 2 medals, which at that level I was definitely not expecting. So yeah, it was a great time out. Also got to hang out with friends. I was staying with friends, even. Yeah, am I getting in? Yep, now I am. Yeah, so I even got my a couple of beach trips in to an appropriate beach. Jared knows exactly what I mean, so that was good. Once after competition on the Saturday, because we had an early finish, around 3 o'clock, and the other was on my second rest day on the Monday before I flew back down south. So yeah, home now, and able to get on the net. Since the pros that I was supposed to be running today, yeah, we'll move to yesterday, and that clashed with another playoff round. And yeah, next week will be the last week of my absence from the net, and then after that I should be fairly regular with a bit of luck. Anyway, it's been a really great last couple of weeks since I last spoke on the net. A bit of travel, bit of excitement, and yeah, a lot of fun. KJ7OMO with the group VK3JED.
VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Well, congratulations on taking home those 2 medals. Well deserved. I've seen your pictures on your Facebook post, and and they do look amazing. You're definitely way up there on the top of the top several lists. I don't remember how many I don't remember if it was a top 10 or top 3 or whatever the heck, but yeah, you were way up there, and it looked like you I think finished third place, I think. But yeah, congratulations. Definitely again, a well-deserved win, and you're doing real good out there from the looks of it. All right. Before I kick it up to the top, was there anyone else trying to check in? Alright, didn't think so. But it doesn't hurt to ask. Alright, Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima, we'll toss it back to you. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima. Yeah, so the extra exam seems hard. I have not tried it yet. I studied for it for a while, but then I didn't end up taking it. I will one day. So that's cool that you got out and tried it. And again, that'll give you a chance to do the common law stuff, like when you go back for it. And if they give you any stuff about it, trying to find SEC appropriate words here. Hi. Just you can reach out to me. I'll give you my number, and you can get me on the horn, put me on speakerphone, and I'll give them an earful. Like I'm not the one. Just happy to hear about the Pride in the Park. Happy to hear about people in this group winning medals and just kicking things that I also can't say because of FCC. But that's just amazing. That's all I got for now. Back to you next.
KE8PHL from KJ7 Omo, your net control station returning. Yeah, copy that. It's always good when our community kicks butt and wins these battles against the homophobes and the transphobes. Oh yeah. It feels good knowing that our community is winning victories here and there. Yeah, hopefully we will be able to be victorious in a much wider, how do I say it? More victorious everywhere, I guess, for lack of a better word. I lost my train of thought. But, yeah, at least these small victories are good, and hopefully we'll get much bigger victories coming up. There we go. KC3 VIU from KJ7 OMO, we'll toss it over to you.
Yes, this is KC3VIU. It's certainly good. I wish none of this had to be this way, and we could just be happy with who we are. But we fought to fight the tough fight, and move on. To that end, I've got to get my hump moving, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that's actually coming up now that we spent a month or so wondering if anything was going to happen, and at least a good solid 3 weeks. So I've got about 3 weeks of backlog to catch up on now. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much about it for me tonight. I will be clear on the end of this transmission, and if I need to, I can always pop back in. So this is KC3VIU 73 and 33, to all those that are appropriate. And thank you very much for the time on the net. Back to net control.
Alrighty, KC3VIU from KJ7, I'm returning. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by, and 3373, and thanks for hanging out with us, rather, and 3373, and we'll catch you on the next one. You have a good night now, Phoebe. VK2WAY, we'll toss it over to you, KJ7OMO.
Yeah, KJ7OMO in the group, VK2WAY returning, and yeah, not much else to add myself other than good to hear you, Tony, and sorry we missed catching up. We will definitely do so in the future, so not sure when in the future, but we will get there. I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities. So yeah, I'm going to say my 73s as well. It's been good hearing everyone. I'm going to duck out and enjoy some time off while I have it, because I'm, yeah, actually I think I get one day off over Easter coming up soon. There's lots of events on then, which I'm already engaged for, so my schedule for the next little while is still looking as hectic as it has been. Maybe not quite as bad, but that will likely fill up as those times get closer. Hi. Anyway, good to hear you all. Take care, everybody. 33s, 73s, to all of the relevant people, and good to hear everybody. Thank you for hosting, Kimberly, and I will talk to you all soon. KJ7OMO in the group, 73s from VK2WAY.
Alrighty, VK2WAY from KJ7OMO returning. Well, 73 and all the other numbers to you as well, and thanks for stopping by. We're always glad to have you aboard. Always good to hear you again. Yeah, we should definitely try and catch up as well. And we definitely look forward to hearing you on the next one. Or next time that you come on. And, oh, by the way, you may need to check your AI art generator thing, because not too long ago I tried to generate a few images from it, but, well, it wasn't working. Nothing was showing up on the image list, so you may need to take a poke at it. Alright, VK3JED, we'll toss it over to you, KJ7OMO.
Yeah, okay. Looks like catching up with Jared was in passing today. Enjoy the rest of your day off, and yeah, it would have been great to catch up, but yeah, it wasn't to be. Not sure when I'll be up that way next. It tends to be a long time between trips for a whole host of reasons. Time and money basically is the short summary. The TLDR version is lack of time and money. At least one or the other, usually both, as well as needing a reason to get up there. The good thing is I do have somewhere to stay, although not near the city, but yeah, friends I stay with definitely want me back again. So yeah, that means accommodation's not going to be too expensive. So that's going to be a great thing about going to Sydney in the future. So and I do want to see them again. We had a good 6 days hanging out. Even as not a sporty person, but even had him watch 2 days and thoroughly enjoyed seeing the proceedings down at the track. Yeah, still no antennas up here. That's still a fair way off. Got a few bigger fish to fry, and I've got the opposite problem to Jared. need to find some suitable work to do. Lots of promise, but no deliveries yet. So, yeah, still in that little bit of a pickle, but working on the next phase of that tomorrow morning. After I do a workout in the park, I can continue on into the agency's office and give them a bit of a shove. Anyway, back to you, Kimberley, KJ7RMO with the group, VK3JED.
Alrighty, copy that. No comment at this time. So, we're gonna take some more check-ins to the Worldwide Pride Net, also known as the Pride Radio Group Net. All I need are your call signs slowly, twice, and phonetically, and if you wish, you may give us your pronouns as well. If you are not able to check in via voice for any reason, you can email your check-ins to the email address on my QRZ page. I'm good there. You may also check in via the YouTube chat, the YouTube live stream, as well as NetLogger, Mastodon, Twitter, Discord, and any other place that you see me at. But yeah, so anyways, let's see if there's anybody else out there wishing to check into the net at this time. Please come now. Alrighty, do we have any additional check-ins at this time? Alrighty, nothing heard. Back to Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Thank you, Kimberly. This is Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima. I honestly got nothing to add right now, but so I'll just send it back to you for now.
Alrighty, not a problem. Over to VK3JED from KJ7LMO.
Yeah, it sounds like the net's coming to a natural end. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, the last round was, on the track, and if you zoom in on the photos that you see on Facebook, you'll see that I was wearing a pride pin on my front bib. It's funny, a lot of people, though, either don't notice it or just don't comment on it. One or two have, but yeah, the vast majority don't notice. But yeah, you can see it if you zoom into sort of my little subtle message, we are here. With the yeah, that's one thing to mention. Something else I was going to say. I might make this a final. I'll listen around if there is another round. But I may make this a final and see how we go. Because we've got a doco to watch on the queer history of Australia, which looks really good. It was broadcast on the ABC recently, but listen around, and if no one else pops up, I might check out on the next time around. KJ7RMO with the group, VK3JD.
Alright, yeah, VK3JED from KJ7OMO returning. Not a problem. Hoping that they would upload that video on the on the queer history of Sydney to YouTube, because I would love to check it out. Watching the history of the of that kind of stuff is really fascinating. So I would love to see it if it's available on YouTube. But yeah, other than that, thanks for hanging out with us, and I shall say 7-3. And let's see if we have anybody else out there wishing to check in. Do we have anybody out there wishing to check in to the net before I shut things down? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar standing by for more check-ins. Alrighty, do we have anybody else out there wishing to check in to the net before I shut things down? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar standing by for more check-ins. Alright, last call, final call, this is it. If there's anybody else out there wishing to check in, please come now, because this is your last opportunity to check in. Anyone, anywhere, please come now if you'd like to check in before we shut things down. Alrighty, well, that's it. Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima. Do you have any final words for the net before I shut things down? Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. You're the last one standing.
Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima. This is the last transmission, so no, I don't got too much except for that queer history of Australia. Definitely sounds interesting. I do try to keep track of like what goes on in the world, especially with but queer people and other marginalized groups, and I am kind of I've seen a documentary too on like Indigenous struggles in Australia, but I don't know very much about their queer history, so I will definitely check that out one way or another. But yeah, other than that, I have nothing. It was great being back on after a little while, and I miss everybody. Hopefully, I don't get hit with a bunch of crazy stuff, and I could be back on next week and every week possible. All right. Kilo Echo 8, Papa Hotel Lima, 73 and 33 if anybody's into that or if it's appropriate. And it's been great. Have a good night, everyone. Out.
Alrighty, KE8PHL from KJ7OMO returning. Well, 7333 in all the numbers, and so yeah, it's good to have you back, and we look forward to hearing you again on the on the next net. Alright, is there anybody else on the list previously checked in that would like to give your final transmission before I shut things down?
Listen around. Yep, and looks like I've got it. Yeah, nice to be able to monitor through the network. Yeah, looking forward to watching this show. There's also another one just starting on the HIV/AIDS epidemic here, because yeah, we have a fairly unique story with the way it was handled. It was an example of how to do public health when things are not real good, but how to do it right. The governments of the day, state and federal, did a lot of things right back in the 80s when it came to HIV/AIDS. So yeah, that one should be interesting too. Yeah, have a bit more of a read on Discord. It's officially available on ABC iView, but I suspect there's geo-blocking on that. So that might be a bit of an issue for those of you outside of Australia. Anyway, I'll catch you in a couple of weeks. I won't be on next week. I've got the Fire Brigade State Championships, and I won't be able to get near a radio or a phone at all during those. But yeah, after that, I will resume normal rest of the year programming, and I should be there most weeks, even though it's an hour earlier in the day, as daylight savings ends. Anyway, cheers all. KJ7OMO with the group, VK3JD, closing down the radio, and QSY and back to Discord.
KC3VAU.
Alrighty, Tony. Well, thanks for stopping by in 7-3 once again. Yeah, I'll take a look at the thing on iView there, and if it is geolocked, I'll see if I can connect to an Australian VPN so I could watch it, because, yeah, I would love to see it. KC3VIU, go for it, KJ7OMO.
KC3VIU. Yeah, I have a quick question. So when the net isn't in operation, is this segment, this node, still available? And is it available for Pride people's use? If you just wanted to talk to other Pride members, is it appropriate to come here and use that?
Yes, absolutely. The network is available 24/7, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can come in anytime and make use of it. Absolutely. So yeah, don't hesitate to stop on by anytime and try and make a contact. Back to you.
Yeah, KC3VIU. Yeah, that's awesome. There was one other thing I wanted to ask, and I know that there aren't many people left on the net, and there were probably, I don't know if anybody has this information anyway, but it's like, I'm really kind of fascinated by like how car radios with their AM antennas can actually tune in such long wavelength signals without having the very long winding antennas, and they're non-directional. Like, that's one of the great mysteries in my head. But at any rate, more for that next week, or so. Find some technical Discord related chat or something to post that on. It's just one of those things where it's been bugging me for a couple of years now. It's like, wait, what? Hi. Okay, I'm 7333 and clear on this then. Thank you. KC3VIU, back to net control.
Ah, yes, one of the greatest mysteries. How in the heck did they get AM radio broadcasts to work on an antenna that was cut for the FM broadcast segments? Wonder how they did that. Probably a ferrite, some wire wound up on a ferrite core or something inside the radio. Usually how they do that, but not always. Sometimes they'll actually plug it straight into the antenna. But anyways, that's for another net. Alrighty, folks, we're going to go ahead and call this a wrap. I'd like to thank all of you for participating and having fun on this net. I also would like to thank the Waverly Amateur Radio Society in Sydney for allowing us to hijack their repeater systems to carry this net, as well as VK3JED, VK2WAY, and the rest of the Pride Radio Group for making this net and this network possible. Or without all those involved, we wouldn't be here today. So, big thank you to all of them for helping get this net up and this network and this net up and running. Anyways, I now return all frequencies, repeaters, and other systems back to their abnormal abuse. I mean, normal amateur use. Hi. 7-3, everybody, from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.
Yeah, good Nick Kimberley, and for Phoebe, please use it. It'd be nice to have us inhabiting the network more and more. It's there it's there for the amateur community, but primarily for the queer amateur community. Don't even have to be a member of PRG. Like everything, available to all hams, but especially for the queer ham community. So, go right ahead and use it. You're more than welcome, and it's good to see it used. Anyway, cheers all. VK3JD listening briefly, and I'm starting to sound like Dame Nellie Melba with all these goodbyes.
Yeah, and in addition, if you or anybody listening knows of anyone who wishes to connect their repeater systems, over to a queer-oriented network like ours, have them get in touch with me or Tony, and we'll definitely get them hooked up to one of the best networks out there. Hi. And slowly growing. Back to you, Phoebe. KHA70MO. Alrighty, looks like that's it. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar, I'll be off to the side. And by the way, for those of you who are still tuned in, and you may be looking for the Young Amateurs Radio Club net starting tomorrow, well, unfortunately, they have pulled out of our network, so you won't find them on this network anymore. Anyways, this is Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar, and I'm gonna be off to the side, monitoring this network. And for those of you on the Victor Kilo 2 Romeo Oscar Tango repeater, I will now drop the link with you folks. Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar. And for those of you who are on YouTube, thanks for watching and hanging out and all that stuff. Be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we'll see you on the next one. 7-3, y'all, from Kilo Juliet 7, Oscar Mike Oscar.